Hi, Linda Bowen here with StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is just a fun, quick card using the Avant Garden, which is part of the free celebration now through March 31st of 2017. So let's get started. We are going to be using the flower, the two leaves, the center, and the pretty verse. I'm going to be bringing in a scrap piece of paper and a piece of very vanilla. All the sizes for this card will be on my blog. There is a link at the top if you're viewing this on your phone or iPad, or down at the bottom in the YouTube description is the link that'll take you right to this blog post. Now I have a piece of 1 inch. This is Tip Top Taupe, and I'm just going to lay it across my card, and I'm going to just draw some pencil lines just so that I know where that piece is going to be on my cardstock, on my cardstock. I want to know where I'm going to be layering that on top. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat, and I'm going to bring in the flower, and I'm using Soft Sky, and I am just going to use that pencil line as a guide of where I want to stamp the flowers, and I'm going to stamp 3 of them in the Soft Sky. Now I could clean this, but I have 2 of these sets as I've been teaching this in my workshops, and it's just easier to have another color flower with another stamp. So I'm using the Brushing Bride, and I'm going to stamp 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Next, I'm going to do a masking technique. I taught this a couple weeks ago, and I'm just going to take a Post-it note, cut out the masking of that flower. I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to bring in my mint macaroon and the leaves from that stamp set, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp and then stamp off so that I have 2 different shades of green. Again, with the masking, the excess leaves are going on that masking so that it looks like the leaves are behind that flower. I'm not getting a double stamping. I'm going to just put that down and go ahead and add a leaf there. I'm going to flip it around, do the same on the bottom flowers. Love these soft pastels. I'm going to put 1 there. Let's lay that there. Now when you do a masking, if you cut out that masking, always best to leave that masking right in your stamp case, so that when you go to use this flower again, you'll have that masking right there. So I have that. Going to bring in rich raspberry and the center of that flower. I'm going to grab that. Oops, that's not the center, that's the leaf. There's the center. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp with a rich raspberry. I was going to do my verse in early espresso, but I see I didn't bring that over, but not a problem. I think I'm going to just use that rich raspberry. So I've got my flower done. I'm going to bring back that piece of Tip Top Taupe and bring that verse. Again, I'm going to stamp it in the rich raspberry, and it says, "To someone who makes others so happy." So I'm going to stamp that. That looks pretty on the with the rich raspberry. I'm going to bring in my scissors. I'm going to use the edge of my scissors, and I am going to rough up the edge of that card stock from that scrap. A lot of our cards are just all straight lines, so this kind of roughs it up. This is a nice technique. If your paper cutter doesn't cut exactly straight or leaves a rough edge, just rough it up some more, and it'll make it look like you intended it to be that way. So I've got that. I'm going to go ahead and put that, first I'm going to take some dimensionals and put there. And I hope I put them close enough together. I'm going to lay that back across where I drew the lines. So this is a great way to use those scraps pieces of paper that we keep when we trim off for a project. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to go ahead and do some layering. Since I used the soft sky, I am going to mount it on the soft sky. Again, all the products and the size of the cardstock are over on my blog, stampingwithlynda.com, and you can get there by clicking on the eye or down in the YouTube link. And it will take you right to the blog post that talks about this video. So I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive and add that to the front of my card. And there you have it. Oops, put it on upside down. That never happens to you, I'm sure. I see I don't have that exactly straight, so let's just do a little correction there. Add that back down. And there you have it, a fun card for spring. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.